welcome in to
What is Ro yapping about?
Yeah, that's the podcast. It's called What is Ro Yapping About? Because what is Ro yapping about? Truly, what is Ro yapping about? So today, I wanted to talk about ads because I'm tired of them. So, why did I feel the need to talk about this subject? It's because lately we have been being bombarded by ads. Like, we don't even realize how bad it's gotten. Like, when I am on the train, I live in New York. So I live in New York, and when I am on the train, there are times where I want to switch to the express train, for example, right? And the sign that is supposed to show when the next train leaves, it just has an ad. Like an ad for Ozempic or something, right? And so then I can't see when if the next express train is going to come soon enough where it's worth it for me to get off my local train. So I don't get off. As well as a lot of the subways now have digital ads inside of the cars. They also have like regular ads. But the other thing that really intrigues me is that these cars will all have like, say it's not a digital one, right? These cars will all have the same ad, like, in the whole car. Like, it's the exact same ad for the exact same, It's the exact same ad for the exact same product in the whole entire car. I adjusted my mic. It's the exact same ad for the exact same product in the whole entire car. And because of that, sometimes you'll be sitting in a car. There's this candy company, and their ads is just a picture of their coffee bar, of their chocolate bar, and it just says David on it. Their ad is just David. It doesn't show me what the inside of the chocolate bar looks like. It's just David. And that is actually a really good example. So many of these ads don't even explain what their product does. There's this ad, it's like this clay thing, and it says like, be creative, but I don't know what it's for. And then I look it up, and it's just AI. It's just another AI ad. I can't even tell if the images are AI generated or not because it's clay, but it's an AI, and it's somehow advertising be creative. With what? AI? And speaking of AI, the AI ads have gotten really bad. I think when I'm on social media, every 1 or 2 scrolls is some sort of AI ad, whether it's an AI ad pretending to be a person, and sometimes it's really convincing. Like, sometimes I have to look closely at their teeth to be able to tell that that's an AI ad. And other times, I just can't tell. No, I usually can tell, but it just pisses me off, especially if it's an ad. Oh my God, there's this one ad I see where it's like this lady, and she's like advertising how to lose weight. And the advertisement is like showing her before picture, and it's her normally. And then the after photo is AI. And I'm like, you couldn't even get a person to actually go through your program, to advertise it, to actually show that your product works. And you just AI generated a lady's progress. And I don't even know if that lady knows that she's a part of an ad. That's the other thing, too. And if you're straight up inventing people, because that's the other thing, they're just inventing people instead of hiring people, like, how much money are they spending to make these AI-generated videos? You know? Because I don't pay for any of those products that they use to make it, but I know they've got to cost money, because any of the ones that I can use free online, they are not anything that looks at that quality. You know, they don't look like real people. They don't look coherent. You know, they're the cringy like cat videos that we used to see with like meow 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 meow, those stupid songs, and it's like AI cat superhero saving the lady who's cheating. I don't even know. I don't even know. But the quality of the ads that they are advertising, they definitely pay for at least. And I guess it's probably less than paying a real actor. But if you don't have enough money to pay an actor, what? $150? Like, that's the average of how much it costs to pay an actor to do a commercial. Like, a non-union actor, what is it called? UGC, user-generated content. It costs like $150 to get someone to make a user-generated content for you, because I've done it before, but I never got paid because I decided that I didn't really believe in the product I was trying to advertise, and I feel bad because I kind of stole their product and never made a video from it. But it's not my fault that their product didn't even work. It was like a ring. It was supposed to be called like One Ring, not to call them out. I think it might have had a different name, Aura Ring, something like that. I don't think it was Aura Ring. I think Aura Ring's like a legit thing, but it was like that. And the ring that they gave me, it obviously didn't actually have the official branding name on it because it was a different ring because it was still in production. But I tried out that ring for a month and I wanted to make sure it worked before I used it. And at the end of the month, it had just completely stopped tracking, even when I was charging it every time, like once a day. And you were only supposed to charge it like once every 5 days. So it didn't work. It didn't track my sleep. It didn't do what it was supposed to do as advertised. And the app was fidgety. It made me feel like it was stealing my data. And I didn't want to advertise it. I didn't want to put my face on a brand that I didn't actually support. And I think that a lot of the people that they do hire to make these ads, they don't actually care about their product. Like, nobody cares about their products anymore. Even the marketing teams, like, not to hate on them because I love their ads. Like the Pine Sol ads. The Pine Sol ads and the Brita shark guy. Their ads are funny. They're funny. It's creative. It's new. They're gaining a following. But honestly, their following is not because of anyone caring about Pine Sol. It's because they think the ads are funny, you know? And their ads, especially the Brita ads, like, they don't actually show the product at all, which I guess is a little bit of an advantage when you're as iconic as Pine Sol or Brita, which you don't really have to explain what the product is. People just know what it is. But I also know that there's like a younger generation of people on TikTok that are watching that probably don't know what Pine Sol is. Like, I don't use Pine Sol. I know what it is, but I don't use it. Obviously, the brand is iconic enough where they don't have to really market their product, but there has been, I guess, an epidemic of lazy advertising, which is a combination of using AI content or just straight up hiring someone else to make that content. And it's everywhere. Oh, let's talk about this. Every single major streaming company now has made an agreement. This is what monopolies do. They all must have had a discussion in a room with each other. Who was the first one that was doing it? Peacock? No, I think it was Hulu. I think Hulu was the first one that has always had ads in the middle of their movies. All of the companies got together and they said, sorry if you can hear my chair, and they said, actually I want to be like closer. They said, but now this is like, oh, can I do this? Will you hate me? Okay. They said, we are just going to, sorry, let me start over. All of the companies got together and they said, let's monopolize the industry and make it the standard that we have ads in the middle of our movies. And so now, if you want to get rid of ads, that's an upwards of $18 a month times how many streaming services are there? Hulu, Disney Plus, Netflix, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, Peacock, Amazon Prime. 7. Hey Google, what is 7 times 18?
7 multiplied by 18 is 126.
120. Okay. So I know that not every streaming service costs $18 a month to use their full subscription thing, but $126 for every streaming service a month? Hey Google, what's $126 times 12?
126 multiplied by 12 is 1512.
1512. They want me to pay $1,500 per year for streaming services. That's not worth it. There's no way. There's no way that's worth it. It's definitely got to be cheaper to just buy all the movies or rent them. If I want to watch a movie, I can just rent it for $3. That's got to be cheaper than paying for all these streaming services. And the thing is that not only are they making them super expensive, but they're kicking you off if you're trying to share accounts. I can no longer use my parents' accounts because I live in New York now. Just because I'm attached. Ooh, even YouTube Premium decided to kick me off of my parents' Paramount, which is crazy because I pay for the Google Photos space. Like, I pay for Google Drive. I pay for all that. I get the 2 terabytes Google One every year because I used to have an Android. I pay for that, and then my dad pays for the YouTube Premium. Why are we peeking? Hang on. Hello? Okay. My dad pays for the YouTube Premium, and we share it amongst our whole family. And now, because I moved away, I am no longer a part of the family. That's what it says. You are not a part of this family. Which, I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. And it sucks for people who live alone that they can't share streaming services. They can't share. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. The world is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Wow. Sorry, I'm like really thinking about that. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I keep breathing into the mic. Yeah. The world is scamming us. Actually, you know what else? Everything is a subscription service. Even like apps. I bought Logic Pro, and I don't know if Logic Pro, this is not a good example. I need to use, okay. For example. Okay, here's a good example. Windows. I write books. I have a poetry book, and normally I just use Google Docs because, once again, I'm a Google girl. But Google Docs is obviously not the most advanced software because it is free. So I needed to buy, what is it called? Microsoft Word. I needed to buy Microsoft Word to format my book properly, and it's $100 a year, and everything is like that now. It's a year. Freaking CapCut is like $120 a year, and I don't even remember paying for that. And guess what? When I try to log into my CapCut account now, it says I don't have premium, and when I try to do the redeem thing, it doesn't work. There's been so many programs that I've wound up being subscribed to that I can't access anymore because something is wrong, but they keep charging my card and I contact support and they cancel it and then somehow I'm still being charged. I don't even have, what is it called? Rocket Money, TurboTax, and everything's, let's even talk about that. All the influencers that are doing, what is it called? Partnered ad. This video sponsors. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. This video is sponsored by BetterHealth. This video is sponsored by Rocket Money. This video is sponsored by TurboTax. This video is sponsored by NordVPN. I am so tired of it. And yes, I know that influencers need to make money. And yes, if this somehow blew up and I got asked to do a partnership, I'd probably do it. Because I need money. Because everyone needs money. Because we all need money now. And so because we all need money now, there's ads everywhere. There's ads in our content. There's ads in our subways. There's ads in the street. There's ads on the billboards. Everything is ads. Everything is ads. And nobody... Oh, I work in Times Square. My job is in Times Square. Do not come find me. But my job is in Times Square. And I was looking at the old photos of Times Square from the 90s. And Times Square used to look so beautiful. And it was full of the ads for, like, obviously major corporations, like Coca-Cola. Like, where that Kia sign is now used to be Coca-Cola. But also, half of the ads were just for Broadway musicals. The iconic poster of Phantom of the Opera and Wicked that I had always wanted to see my whole life on 47th and 7th, it's gone. It's just a screen. Everything is just a screen, and it flashes for like 30 seconds, and Mariah Carey's there, and now another ad for Ozempic. Times Square used to look so beautiful. Like, I believe in past lives, and I think that in one of my past lives, I lived in New York, and that's why I always wanted to come here, and ever since I moved here, I've been like, I understand. Even though I miss a million bajillion things about the West Coast. Oh God, don't even get me started on that. But Times Square used to look so beautiful, and now genuinely half of the billboards are AI ads. They are AI ads, or they are ads for things that we cannot freaking escape from. Like, it's the same ads everywhere, all the time. Do you know what I haven't seen ads from in a long time? Starbucks? What? I'm like thinking about that. Starbucks is everywhere, but they don't even make ads, which maybe that's a point. Starbucks is so big of a company that they don't even need to make ads anymore. McDonald's, I see their ads sometimes. But actually, no. I think McDonald's is using AI in their ads. McDonald's is using AI in their ads. Progressive is using AI in their ads. And Progressive is probably one of the most iconic, like, its own thing. Like, everyone knows who Flo from Progressive is. I think the only thing that's more iconic is, like, an M&M. The M&M store. Like, the M&Ms have their own brand, and their brands are being an M&M. I think the only thing that's more iconic than Flo from Progressive, that is just an ad. Maybe, like, the KFC guy, Colonel Sanders, maybe Ronald McDonald, like, but those are old. Like, Flo from Progressive is new, and she's popular, and she is only for an ad. Like, she's not just a mascot. She is a mascot, I guess. I guess she is a mascot, but she's known because of her ads. And ads used to be an art. When we used to watch Cartoon Network as kids, or the Disney Channel, or Nickelodeon, the ads were so entertaining. Do you remember the ads? It was like, just an ad for a toy. I remember how badly I wanted a fingerling, which that name is, that's a crazy name. That is a crazy name for a kid's toy, but it was called a fingerling, and it was a little monkey, and it would sit on your finger, And I wanted that so badly in like 4th grade because my favorite animals were monkeys and I wanted that. And the ads were part of that. That was part of the reason I wanted a fingerling. Like, there used to be an art in making ads, even like Coca-Cola and especially like M&M's, like the Hershey's Kisses commercial where with the bells that like plays every Christmas time. There was an art in ads. There are people that quote ads. Freaking what's his name? The Sprint guy that used to be T-Mobile, I think. I don't know because this wasn't my time, but it was the "Can you hear me now?" And I remember when he came back to be Sprint and started saying, "Can you hear me now?" My mom was like, "Oh my gosh." And I was like, "What?" Because I'm like, "What?" in 6th grade. But she's like, "Oh, back in the 90s when phone services were still coming out, or early 2000s, he was on T-Mobile and he would say, 'Can you hear me now?'" And don't quote me. I don't know if it was T-Mobile. I don't remember. I don't feel like looking it up. But he would say, "Can you hear me now?" And people remember that. Like, people remember that. Everything is lazy. Everything is so lazy right now. All of our content is lazy. Hell, even our pictures are lazy. Even us as people are being lazy. And instead of going out and creating things, do you know how many people on Facebook that I saw, instead of going and taking family photos, they just AI generated their Christmas photos? Are you kidding me? That's not an experience. That's not where you were. Your face looks weird. It doesn't look like you. And now I'm seeing people doing their headshots as AI generated photos. And if I don't know who they are, I actually cannot tell that that's an AI generated photo. Like, my mom was showing me a photo of her friend that was like AI generated. And I was like, I don't see it. Like, I genuinely, like, that looks like her. I would hire her. And then she showed me an actual picture of her, and I was like, oh, I guess that does not look like her. But without the side-by-side, I was like, that's a person. That's what she looks like. What are we going to do when it's really, really no longer clear? Oh my God, the industry's fighting. Sorry, I keep hitting the mic. The industry's fighting over that AI-generated actor. We've lost the plot. We as society have officially lost the plot. We've lost the plot, and nothing is going to be human anymore. Like, literally nothing is going to be humanly made. Like, when someone makes art, people praise it for just being a human-made thing, even if it's bad. That's what our society has come to. Even if the product is bad, you get praised because you're not using AI. That sucks. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have to. And people that make AI art get offended when we get mad that they're using AI. And they're like, well, I wouldn't have been able to make this without AI. AI gives more opportunities to make art. You didn't make that. You're delusional if you think that you made that because you typed a prompt into a program that you pay for to make that. I'm sorry, you're delusional. You're delusional. You are actually fucking delusional. Is that the first time I've cursed in this video? Props to me. I unfortunately don't know how the ads are on YouTube because I do have YouTube Premium. But I'm sure they're bad. I'm sure it's way worse than when my dad got YouTube Premium. But I even think that paying for YouTube Premium is ridiculous. I don't know if I think the price might have gone down, but when my dad started paying for it, it was $18 a month to watch videos that you already watch. And the ads help the creators, I know, but it is a little ridiculous, the criterias that we've like, I just don't understand why we're not questioning the system more. Like, we're just accepting that this is the part of life now. When we should be questioning the system that made this a thing, you know? It doesn't have to be this way. It shouldn't have to be this way. Even Yeah. Any company that uses AI, I'm not supporting. Like, I'm really trying not to support them anymore. I really haven't seen any ads from Starbucks. What the heck, Starbucks? I guess, to be fair, I don't really watch the television. Ugh. But ads in the middle of my movies? Good grief, man. Like, I watched the same 5 movies over and over again. Like, and you know what else actually sucks? Is that a lot of my favorite movies are Netflix exclusives. So now I have no choice but to watch ads in the middle of them. But I don't even have Netflix anymore because they kicked me off. Now we're back there. Where did this start? This is why I made a podcast, because I can just yap. What is Ro yapping about? That's me. Oh, you know what else? I was on my way to the Skechers store when I first started at my new job because I needed comfortable shoes. And I got on the train and I saw an AI ad for Skechers with this lady with her crotch out. And I was like, so not going to the Skechers store anymore. Your AI ads are deterring your semi-intelligent customers, but I don't even know how many of us are smart anymore. Truly, people, be smart. Please be smart. Please be smart. Stop supporting companies just because. Yeah. We need to stop letting companies get away with it. Actually, though, the last thing is that for some things we have no choice. Like, we need things. Even things we don't really need, but we still need things. Like, we need toilet paper. We need dish soap. We need shoes. We need clothes. We need makeup. We need certain things. There's certain brands that we're loyal to. Sorry. There's brands that we're loyal to that we've used for years. And like Southwest, for example. Southwest has made a big change. They no longer have 2 free bags. They took away everything at once, which is so crazy. They're going to take away all the perks of flying Southwest. They took away their 2 free bags, which used to be given. If you buy a plane ticket at Southwest, you automatically get 2 free bags up to 100 pounds. That's the reason I fly Southwest. They got rid of that, 2 free bags, and they got rid of choosing your own seats. So now it costs money if you want to choose your own seats. So when I went to go book a flight the other day, and I was going to go on Southwest and be like, well, I know they got rid of that, but what are their perks? Nothing. Their perks are nothing. Not only does Southwest no longer offer 2 free bags, or letting you choose your own seats, or letting you check in a certain order so that you get an earlier boarding time, now they just don't have that. Their prices aren't cheaper. Nothing is cheaper. Their prices are the exact same as they were before, and they just don't have those perks. And none of their flights are nonstop. I couldn't even get a flight from New York to Orlando for under like $400. Are you kidding me? And none of them were nonstop. Like, seriously, none of them were nonstop. I could get a flight from Vegas to Orlando and have it stop in New York. Like, it would have been cheaper. It might be cheaper to look at flights going to other places and then see if they stop in the city that you're trying to go to than to actually just book a flight to the city you're trying to go to. And they don't have any of the perks. And I looked at their credit card because I was like, maybe their credit card has any perks. They don't. And now I'm flying Spirit Airlines because unfortunately I'm flying over spring break, which is going to be the most expensive thing ever. And all of the places that I've lived are Las Vegas, New York, and LA. So every time I try to fly places, they're expensive. Because I'm in a tourist town, and I'm going to Orlando, which is also a tourist town. Now, I'm flying Southwest, and now I have to pay $1 million for bags. But I'm not going to fly... Sorry, I'm flying Spirit. Now I'm flying Spirit, and I have to pay $79 to add a bag. But I'd rather pay $79 for a bag on a $60 flight than pay $79 for a bag and a $400 flight. Like... Come on, sorry, I grabbed this and now I'm fidgeting with it. Yeah, that's the tea, sis. So, moral of the story. The moral of the story is that, I don't know, we need to protest. The world has gone to hell and we're just living in it. Like, this feels like an episode. Walking through Times Square feels like an episode of Black Mirror. And I walk through Times Square almost every day. Like, that is the main place I go to in New York is Times Square. You want to see me? I'll be walking to work. I don't know. Everything is, like, nothing is art anymore. Even people don't even appreciate art for being art. Like, when I talk about how much I love Frozen, they're all just like, isn't that a kid's movie? Do you listen to the story of Frozen? Do you know how much work went into the writing, the animating, the voice acting, the music? Like, there is so much that goes into creating a movie, and no one appreciates it. Rent my movie for $3 on Amazon Prime. Or pay $18 a month to have your movies without ads. Good Lord. I wish they would if they just gave me an option to watch 10 minutes of ads before the movie, I would actually be fine. I would be fine with that. But the fact that I have to have ads during the movie, and you know why? It's because they want you to pay more. Everything wants you to pay more money, and the things that are trying to make you pay more money, they already have all the money. They already have all the money. Every corporation that wants you to pay more money for their product already has the money. All they're doing is getting even more money. They're adding ads into your movie. They're getting more money from you watching ads now. They're making, and instead of watching ads, you're upgrading. They're getting $7 more per month from you for the exact same product. There is nothing they are doing but getting more money. That is all they are doing. All they are doing is getting more money. So, the moral of the story is we need to stop. We need to protest. We need to come together, and we need to stop paying for things that are just raising the prices of things just because they can. Just because they can. Especially streaming services, especially apps that charge a yearly monthly subscription. I am not paying $10 a month for a product that's been free this whole time. Like, why is it $10 now? Why does Dropbox think it's worth that much? I don't even want to use Dropbox. Don't subscribe to things that should not be that much. But everyone has money, and they're just gonna spend their money. And they don't even care that they're spending so much money. Everything's a scam. And we're living in the bad place. We're living in the bad place. And everything's a scam. And everything's a scam. And, should I do this like Sue Sylvester? And that's how Sue sees it. And that's what Rose yapping about. That is what Rose yapping about. Bye.